Thank you for tuning into our seller interview series. Up today, we've got an Amazon FBA business for sale in the home niche. Created in January of 2017, this business makes $3,324 per month in net profit, and the listing number for the business is 44761. Now, we do these interviews to give potential buyers more information about both the seller and the businesses they're looking to purchase. We hope these insights are helpful for you in making a buying decision. We've got the seller with us today to go through the business and cover everything from niche selection to traffic and monetization. Thank you for coming on here today, Mark.
Thank you for having me here.
It is my pleasure. And before we get to the questions that I have for you, I want to go ahead and run through a little quick summary of the business.
Okay.
Again, the business was built in January of 2017, has a monthly revenue of $8,420, expenses of $5,096 to make for a net profit of $3,324, which is generated on an 8-month average. Included in the sale of this business are 5 SKUs, Amazon Seller Central account, and a branded domain. Please note that inventory is not normally included in the list price. Further details can be provided to active depositors. Now, Mark, can you tell us a little bit about your background in building and running online businesses?
Well, okay, sure. I would say that I have a pretty comprehensive experience because ever since I was a student in university, maybe in 2010, I have learned about the search engines optimization. Then I have established a lot of online businesses. And in 2017, I have discovered the way to sell products on Amazon, and I realized that it suits me a lot. So that's why that's my background in building and running the businesses, the online businesses.
Mm-hmm. So how does this business that we're talking about today primarily make money?
Well, with the ability to research the keywords, I have found out many of the potential keywords of the products. And then I decided to invest in the current products. And that's keywords that the way we mainly generate the revenue.
Why have you chosen to create an Amazon FBA business rather than, say, setting up your own website and having an e-commerce store?
Well, because Amazon FBA will be a more time-saving way of selling products in terms of customer support, products packaging, and inventory management. And I just realized that Amazon FBA will be easier for expanding my business. So that's why I chose Amazon FBA instead of the others.
Mm-hmm. And Amazon really does have a large customer base, so it is easy to get in front of a lot of people.
Yeah, that's right.
So why have you decided to sell the business rather than keep it and grow it yourself?
Well, because at the moment, I have just received a really good job, my ideal job. So I want to focus 100% to devote to the new company that I work for. So that's why I have to sell the store.
Mm-hmm. And that absolutely makes sense. So when you started to grow this business here, did anything happen that you learned that you'll apply to, your business career in the future?
Well, I don't think so because, I work for a company that operates in a really different field. Apart from that, I sell in the Amazon FBA, so I don't think I can apply something that I use for this site to the current job that I'm gonna have.
Mm-hmm. So where does a large portion of the traffic for the business come from?
Well, let me see. Traffic, I think 100% from Amazon, and 100% from Amazon, no other sources.
Mm-hmm. Have you done anything in terms of marketing for the business yourself?
Just mainly conduct SEO, keywords. Yeah, that's the main way.
So you haven't explored anything outside of Amazon? You haven't looked at expanding beyond Amazon. This is purely an Amazon FBA business.
No, I just, launched my marketing campaigns in
Mm-hmm.
Amazon from my search engines optimization. Yeah, that's it. And
Mm-hmm.
I marketing campaigns on Facebook or Instagram. I don't think it's efficient.
Can you describe the process of getting the inventory from the suppliers to Amazon?
Well, of course, most of my products were manufactured within 5 days, and the shipping times ranging from 25 to 30 days. And there is a freight forwarder specialized in shipping for me, and he take the goods from the supplier premises and transport it to Amazon's warehouse in the US. Yeah, that's basically the process
Mm-hmm.
to inventory to Amazon.
If you were to keep the business, what are some ways that you would try to grow it?
Well, let me see. At the moment, I have about 5 keywords that I have not yet launched on the market on the Amazon. And I will give the buyers those if the transaction is conducted.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like there are any major opportunities for growth for the business?
The current products and the current keywords of that products, they related to each other, related to one another. So it's easier to conduct them such as cross-sale campaigns. Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
I think major opportunities for growth.
Mm-hmm. What do you think are some of the biggest risks associated with this business that a potential buyer should be aware of?
Well, the biggest risk and uncertainty to buyer is lie in the inventory management and quality inspection. With each product, buyers should keep in mind that products transported to Amazon's warehouse, buyers should ask the supplier to provide his or her with a sample in advance in order to test. And if you live in the America, this task will be much more easier. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can you describe the amount of work that you do on this business for maintenance?
The amount of work and maintenance. It takes me about 1 hour a day to check the reviews and feedback from the customers and give response to those feedbacks. Yeah, 1 hour a day.
So 1 hour a day, and that's just to maintain it as is. So it's a relatively passive business taking about only 5 hours a week to run.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what are some of the skills or requirements that someone who's not familiar with the niche or Amazon FBA will need to learn?
Well, actually, there is not many skills required because this task is quite easy. You just only need a really small knowledge about the home decoration, a little bit knowledge about computer and about the internet, so you can handle this easily.
Mm-hmm. Would you commit to a non-compete?
Yes, of course, non-compete because I'm gonna work for a company in a totally different field, so of course I will not compete
Mm-hmm.
with their buyer. And moreover, I think the products that I sell on the site, they have a really low rate of competitive rivalry, so it's the right thing.
Mm-hmm. And as you mentioned, you're trying to get out of this business model. You don't want to do Amazon FBA anymore because you want to work for this new company. So it makes sense that you're not going to be in competition or of any kind with the new owner.
Yes, that's right.
How much support are you willing to offer that new owner during the transition period? Would you commit to Skype calls, email support? How would you help them get started?
Well, of course, I will support the buyer, the new owner, for 13 days via emails and Skype. Yeah, 13 days and 3 hours a day
Mm-hmm.
supporting.
Are you open to negotiating something like an earnout?
Well, no, because I want to focus 100% on my new job.
Mm-hmm. And you just want to move on from this business and not have to think about this at all. That definitely makes sense. And at the current price point for the business, that's definitely a fair thing to say. Mark, I do have one final question for you. But before we get to that, I want to go ahead and run through that little quick summary of the business again.
Okay.
The business was built in January of 2017, has a monthly revenue of $8,420, expenses of $5,096 to make for a net profit of $3,324, which is generated on an 8-month average. Included in the sale of this business are 5 SKUs, the Amazon Seller Central account, and a branded domain with no website. Please note that inventory is not normally included in the list price. Further details can be provided to active depositors. Mark, can you put yourself in the shoes of a buyer and tell me, why do you feel that this is a business worth buying?
Of course. Well, as you can see, the products we are selling have the fast time of manufacturing, low cost, and the net profit is relatively high. And the other products is similar to each other, and I guarantee that the products will reach 100% revenue and profit in the off seasons, and at least 300% in the peak seasons. And moreover, the cost of 5 current products ranging from 10,000 to 15,000 and bring about the average net profit ranging from maybe, 3,000 to 5,000, and it's perfect for a store in Amazon.
I mean, I think that's it right there. As you said, it only takes 3 to 5 hours a week to run. It has all of the customer base of being on the Amazon platform, and the products sell and can only sell more, and the business can only grow higher.
Yes.
Mark, thank you so much for taking the time with me today. I really appreciate having you on here today.
Okay, thank you.
If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to our channel. And if you want more information, the link will be below the video that will take you to this marketplace listing. If you're watching this on the listing site and want more information, become a depositor today. When you make the deposit, one of our business advisors will be in contact with you. You'll be given everything you need to review this business. Have a great day.